girls. Welcome to this next episode of Reading and Writing Fun with me, Swoops the Owl. In our last episode, we were talking about how to conduct research for your potential book. I hope you remembered the 3 methods we talked about. If you forgot, please check our last video in episode 1 to find out before proceeding to watching this video. Anyways, if you've watched the last video, then you are here at the right place for episode 2, creating characters for your potential book. Now, I'm assuming, or I'm already thinking that you've already conducted your research for your book. Now it's time to figure out your characters. Now, a book can have many characters or a few characters. They can have maybe 2 or 3 or 10 or 11. Whatever the case may be of your writing, you have to create at least 1 character, with 1 being the main character and other characters being the supporting characters. Now sometimes there may be a character that's a bad guy or the bad girl, right? But in this case, in our example, we won't need one. Now, if you remember, we were talking about the Sierra Nevada mountains in our last one. We will use this example throughout the next few videos. So with the Sierra Nevada mountains, it's not really action-packed. There's not a lot of plot going on. And if you remember, plot means the main part of the story, how the story goes. Okay? Now, in the Sierra Nevada mountains, our book is going to have 1 character and maybe another person. And this 1 character will be the main character, or in other words, the protagonist. Have your teacher ever taught you that fancy word before? Well, anyway, the protagonist in our sample story will be the person who actually climbs the mountains. Now, your character can experience different things in your book. In our case, they're experiencing getting a chance to see and maybe climb the Sierra Nevada mountains. So in our story, we'll have more of not an action kind of pattern. Now, when you're forming your characters, you want to ask yourself, what does the character look like? Is it a boy or a girl? What is so special about them that makes them them? We all have something that makes us unique and special. I have the ability to fly. You may have the ability to do something special, like play an instrument, or good with computers. Well, your character has to have something special. So maybe in our case, your character may have a special ability to not be afraid of heights. Now, what if you want to make your story more action-packed? Then maybe your character probably has the fear of heights. And maybe your plan is to say how the character overcomes their fear of heights. So in our example of the Sierra Nevada mountains, our character could be a person who wants to climb the mountains, but they're scared. And so how will they overcome their fear? Well, that's what you have to talk about in the story. And that is what you talk about. Now, one last thing that we should talk about is that when you're writing, you want to make sure that you provide the reader with as much detail as possible. Because most books, chapter books that we read, don't have pictures. And so the goal is to have the reader create a mental picture using a special tool called imagery. Imagery is a way that writers create mental pictures just using words. So you want to try to describe your character and your setting, which is the place the story takes place, in great detail so that the reader doesn't have to see pictures in order to imagine where the character is and what the character is doing. A good author always has imagery with their characters and their settings, because if you don't, the reader may not understand what the character is doing or where the character is in great detail. So boys and girls, your assignment tonight is to create a character that you could use in your book. You have to write details and you have to picture what the character will look like. And make sure you keep these details on your notes. Remember in our last video, we were talking about how notes are very important. So write down these characters' features in your notes. And a little extra credit, if you would like to share your potential character with the public, just upload a picture or a PDF file of your character in a comment. If you don't know how to upload pictures or PDF files as a comment, then be sure to Google it or ask YouTube tech support how to do that. Because I don't specialize in technology. I only specialize in reading and writing. And so YouTube has plenty of great folks that can help you upload PDFs and pictures. All right? Well, that's it for today, boys and girls. This is Swoops the Owl signing off, and have a pleasant day.